makes me crazy. I dream about our babies, gazing them days and contagious. You're my baby. We know each other like the back of our hands. Understand, there's no mistaking. I'm taking 'cause you're my drug.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Asia,
and it's your boy BJ.
back in the building,
Back in effect.
back like we never left.
Y'all, as y'all can see by that thumbnail, yes, we're doing it today.
Yeah.
Tommacdonald and Dax blame the rappers. Hey, if something happened, if your child had a bad day at school and got suspended, blame the rappers.
How you know what this means? Yeah.
If your son all of a sudden he's having mood swings and now he cursing at you, blame the rappers.
Oh, they're just bad kids, baby. You can't be saying blame the rappers for that.
Nah, you can't. You never know, man. You never know.
We don't know what time to talk about with this song.
That's what I'm saying. Blame the rappers. But Tom, Dax, what we blaming the rappers for today?
Hey, but they both be speaking some real shit, so
Yeah.
we gonna find out today.
I feel like we definitely finna get some real shit today.
You know when time come though, it's always on something real, so it ain't finna be no like rinky dinky, inky binky pinky.
Absolutely. Oh, and before we get into this video, we got to shout out to one of our supporters. This is actually done via donation.
Yeah.
So again, we appreciate our loyal supporter, Ryan B. He
Yes.
actually recommended for this and dropped a donation for this video.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, Ryan B, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you for believing in our channel and supporting us. We definitely appreciate the love and support.
Absolutely, y'all. We're gonna keep this
Yeah.
thing rolling, y'all. Like we got to, like every time. But before we get into this video, if y'all new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button, smash that notification bell, so whenever these videos get uploaded, y'all will be the first ones to check it out.
Yeah.
So y'all, without any further ado, let's get into this video, y'all.
Let's go on and get into this video, y'all.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm losing my respect for the genre. How many songs about Xanax and alcohol are we dropping? How many kids we gonna kill for we admit it's a problem? Probably stop if it was one of our sons or one of our daughters. We know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things you thought them was cool. We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors. Hey, hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people and we like that stuff.
Wow.
Dang, man.
He's talking about like doing the Xanax and then like kids copying what they see and in these videos, and then they go out and do it in real life, and there's real consequences to it. Just like the other day, a young like 18, 19-year-old kid, out doing something that he's seen in the video and talking about my ops and my enemies and stuff, and then went and shot somebody. Now you finna be dealing with some real life consequences behind something that you're kind of seeing in the video.
Yeah, I feel like hip hop is so heavily influenced amongst, and he said it, like that the demographic of the people that watch our music
We know
is
they
usually
listening.
youth, and like he's saying a good point, because I feel like when you know that you have that many people and those type of eyes on you in the spotlight, it's like, why rap about the music that we put out to our children? Because if this was your daughter, if this was your son, would you still be rapping about the same thing if they had the same reactions as other people do that are not your kids?
Right.
And he's right. I mean,
right.
Ultimately.
And I just feel like people in hip hop, they have a responsibility. You know what I mean? Kind of like where you're getting at, as far as like there is a responsibility that they all have to uphold. I feel like to a degree, because music is artistry and it is a way to express yourself. Yeah. But at the same time, you do have to be cognizant of the people that's listening to you and watching you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Especially when you got younger eyes looking up at you.
You do.
Kids watch what we do. They do what we do. They do what we, you know what I mean? We teach them to do it what we say. Yeah. But they do what we do and they do what we say. And it's almost like you got to kind of play both ends to get them to do the right thing.
That's a fact. I mean? They are going to do what they say.
So he's talking, that's truth. It's so unfortunate that he's right, but he's right. He's absolutely right.
It's very unfortunate, but it's true. It is true.
Or doctors. Hey, hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people and we like that stuff. These days you're promoting that it's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh? You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool
And the hook is good too. You know, in regard to him saying that everything that's going on with a lot of the youth, and to a degree, you can blame a lot of what they see on the rappers.
It takes a village to raise a kid. Yeah, you know what I mean? It takes a damn village. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you think about it, that's true. You know what I mean? Everybody has some type of influence on children these days, and you gotta weigh in what's most important to kids and what's important to them, because those are the things that they want to be like. Those are the people they want to be like. Those are the things that they think are cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Slang, or
that's the trend.
Slang, or you know, hip hop and trends and what they see, like how people dress, how people dance, how people rap, how people like. We're heavily influenced, like regardless of like what age we are today, like even older people tend to find themselves like following into the trends, and we fall into like, you know, even what some of the younger generations are doing just to kind of keep ourselves young at bay. You know what I mean? And
it's just crazy the way that they kind of perpetuate these types of lifestyles in the videos. And a lot of times that's not even really the lifestyle that rapper is actually living in real life. And it's just for a video. And, you know, when people see like these rappers, you know, they're throwing a lot of money. They're throwing money on a lot of girls. They got 4 or 5 girls. You know, they got the Lamborghini. You know, they in the house, they got all these things, the clothes, the shoes, and they kind of correlate what they're doing in the video with being successful. Oh, if I do that, that's what I'm going to get. Or if you have these videos with like, you know, the gang member rappers with like 100 guns, they feel like that's what they got to go out and portray that type of lifestyle to make it seem like they get some type of like street cred. Yeah. So that, you know,
but so don't get it misconstrued. Because you got rappers out here that talk about how they kind of came up through the struggle, the influences that they dealt with, like the drugs and the addictions and the gangs and all that kind of stuff, the things that they had to overcome to be who they are today. And I feel like that's a different story to tell versus out here like rapping about, I'm standing on the corner and I sold 10 racks or whatever. I don't know. I don't know nothing about none of that. Okay. But I'm just saying it's a different type of story when you're telling it from a perspective versus reality, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And what kids are and what kids are actually picking up.
Right, because you have to put it in a way that's going to kind of deter them from living that lifestyle. Like, it's okay to kind of, you know, give your experiences and your whole walk of life that you've been through. But at the same time, you want to be able to give the kids something better. And at the end of the day, you can tell them the things that you've done, but you need to put that on display as things that, you know, kids, y'all avoid this. Because if you really want to elevate, if you really want to be successful, you know, the things that I've done and the things that I'm talking about, this isn't the way.
Right.
Yeah. Or you're going to be stagnated.
Yeah.
Making music is a privilege and a choice. And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got medication straight through voice. Some give life, and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hint. That there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun, and you don't care about the things that our music helped make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain, and this music is pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say you can blame the
Wow.
It won't make you say blame the rappers.
Wow, that gave me goosebumps.
Basically what he's saying, he's going to give y'all something greater. You know, he has something greater to give rather than just like the destruction. And instead, he's trying to give something that you can build.
Right, which is kind of what I was just explaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give your history, give your experience, give your tribulation, your trial, but don't give them, you know what I mean, like the false hope and the false reality of what rapping does for you and the persona of what rapping will get you. You know what I mean?
Or even the things behind the rapping, you know, like the lifestyle that you portray.
Yeah.
Like keep it real. Like, you know what I mean? Like just keep it real and like I said, be true to the art form.
Yeah. Do what you think that will make you happy versus doing what you think will make you happy.
Make you money, and that's just gonna make you money too.
Yeah. If you do what your heart tells you to do and it makes you happy, then you're happy from the success and what comes from that versus doing it to think that if I do this, I'm gonna get a bunch of girls and I'm gonna get money and I'm gonna do, like, you already know the outcome. do what you do because you love it. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
I agree.
You take won't make you say.
You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the songs that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I swear that I'm embarrassed. Half of these artists can't even talk, they just mumble the lyrics. And the teenagers listen while they rebel from their parents. While the rappers tell them pop a pill, buy Gucci and wear it. They say screw the police, break the rules, smoke weed, buy some shoes you don't need, rep the hood in your street. All these rappers holding guns and now the kids want some. Mess around and kill a homie, you can't clean that blood. We encourage being stupid with our music, and we're normalizing poor moral standards while we do it. Little boys see the way that women look on our videos and assume it's real life, project that image on little girls. It's unrealistic. If you're young and you listen, you are one in a million. You are loved, you are different. Hey, hip hop. I know life moves on, but while I'm here, how could you write that, dog? You can blame the rappers when you blow up. What's your favorite song?
Every dang on verse, Tom.
Doing drugs.
Every dang on verse. And what's crazy is that, like, the biggest part of what he just said is like how little boys see what they're doing and how they're exploiting women in their videos, and they think that that's the way that they're supposed to treat women, to get women to do what they want, or that they want to see what women are supposed to, like.
Well, this is how you're supposed to treat women.
This is how you're supposed to treat women, and it's the same for girls. Like, girls get thinking that they got to shake their ass and twerk
Be halfway
and
naked.
show, like, shake it for the boys to make them think that that's what makes a girl attractive, or
that's gonna get you
that's
love
what
in
makes
the
them
end.
different. And that, man, wow.
I like this song because, again, like, everything that he's saying, like, again, I can't put 100% responsibility on rappers or artists, period. But the message of the song is blame the rappers, because the rappers, they have a hand in the things that go on, and they have a big hand in influence in the people that they, like you said, the people that they do influence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can either motivate people in the right way, or you can motivate them in the wrong way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's yeah, man. Because when you think about it, like, if I put my own daughter in that perspective, I'm just like, God,
Right.
like, that
Exactly.
would just hurt my heart to be like, if my baby thinks that that's the way she's supposed to be, to get a man or get a boy to, like,
Exactly.
be attracted to her because of how she shakes. You know what I mean? Like, I just that just it hits different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They do.
But your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers. Dollar bills and popping pills like party songs. It's not cool in real life. Cheap thrills and going till the morning comes. See what that feels like. You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite songs are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers.
Love the song that makes you dumb. Shout out to Tom and Dax for this one. This was a great message, and blame the rappers.
I really like this.
Yeah.
Man, dang, Tom. Every time I come to you,
Right.
Tom, you got some more real shit for me,
You
man.
do.
And I appreciate this.
And again, like, it's so many artists out there that, let's just stick to the story, the rappers. And there's just so many rappers out there that don't even realize the type of responsibility that they have, you know, and the power that they actually hold, you know, over, you know, the hip hop culture and especially, you know, the youth, you know, especially the youth and the influence that they have over them.
Yeah.
And, you know, and people get so caught up in their own lives and so caught up in trying to be successful, you know, making hit songs that people like, you know, they miss it. You know, they miss what the message should be or what the message could have been because they've been chasing fame, they're trying to chase money. And at the end of the day, like you said, it's so many young kids that just look up to them.
This video, I feel like, you know, it's not our it's not even, like you said, it's not the rapper's responsibility to raise our children.
Completely right.
But at the same time, it's our responsibility that we make sure that they hear what needs to be heard in terms of like what's put out into the society for our children to be encountered with. And unfortunately, we don't have all the control to do that, like you know, probably like they did back in the old day where, you know, you could regulate the music and what your kids was hearing a little bit more than, because now it's almost like inevitable. Like
so many platforms to find stuff at.
YouTube, Instagram, like it's almost like you can't keep up with the tunnels and the channels in which kids have access to.
All these different outlets that they can find,
regardless, like you just think about music. I'm talking about everything is accessible through social media these days, and it doesn't even have to be music.
Right. It could be a phone device. You got a phone device, you have access to the world.
Yeah.
Like, everything in it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything is at the fingertips of devices, internet, social media, and
which could potentially be at the hands of a child.
right.
Yeah.
Because even when they go to school, they have access to it. You know, and one of them's always gonna try it. You know what I mean? If they feel like they're gonna get away with it, they're gonna try it.
Yeah.
Somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even when you try to shield your kids from what you feel like they don't need to hear or you don't want them to hear or see, somebody's gonna bring it to them. You know what I mean?
And even though the fact that parents can do everything that they can to try to shield their not necessarily shield their kids away from it, because you know you don't want to shield them from anything. But even if you're that type of parent that is real open to things and you have an open general conversation, honest conversation about a lot of things, and you try to prepare your kids for things, at the same time there's so many influences out in the world that you really got to make sure that you have your kids educated on everything that's going on, so they don't feel like as soon as they see something it's so salacious, it's like, oh my God, I gotta do that, or I never seen that before, or I've never heard of that before.
Right, because it leaves them so many questions. You know what I mean? If I do try it,
unanswered
if I
questions
do
too.
do it, if I do say it, if I do try it and touch it or see it or taste it or whatever it
What
is,
it's gonna be like, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of curiosity. There's a lot of questions behind the music they hear, the influences that they're around. Like,
Absolutely.
there's, you think about everything. Like I said, it's not just music; it's everything.
Everything.
You know what I mean? Like, and Tom is just speaking. I mean, I feel like this one particularly is talking about rappers in general.
right.
But I'm just like, shit. They have access to every damn thing these days, and it's just like, man, it's just a matter of time before, regardless of how much you try to hold on to them and hold that grip on them, they're gonna find a way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can't help but you just, like you said, it's a matter of educating your kids on right and wrong and trying to keep them to do the right thing, because at the end of the day, they're gonna make their own decisions.
Yeah, and about teaching them from right and wrong, but at the same time, like preparing them for the world.
Yeah.
Like really preparing them for the world. Like everything that the world has to offer.
But even saying
and
that,
not shielding them
sometimes
from
it's
it.
hard to have it's hard to have hard conversations sometimes. Uncomfortable. Like, I feel like the uncomfortable conversations that we as parents don't want to have should be having those comfortable conversations with our children. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
We should turn the uncomfortable conversations into comfortable conversations.
Right.
And making it, you know, something that's, you know, regularly done, rather than, you know, you're trying to wait till a certain age because I don't think they're ready.
Right.
But I feel like, you know.
But this is a good example of that. Like he's saying, that the rappers have influence on kids that are as young as 4 and 5 years old. Like, think about that. Like,
and the type of imagery that they see.
Yeah, and if it's penetrating that young, what the effects are, like long term and short term, for the kids that are growing into the, you know what I mean, into their younger years, into their adulthood, into their younger generation.
But he definitely hit it like on the nail on the head when he started talking about as far as like kids doing the drugs and drinking and things like that, and they seeing it and they thinking that it's cool until you're actually doing it. You know, he even said it looks cool on TV, but it's not in real life.
Right.
You know.
But they don't know that because they're curious to try it and see what it's like. And you know, there's
the violence that you see.
It's just a lot of curiosity, a lot of questions behind the things that we see on TV versus what we see in real life.
Because they do portray that violent imagery a lot.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a fine line between fantasy and reality, and that's what kids need to understand.
Right. Because that'd be the part that they don't understand until it's too late.
Right. Yeah. So
this was a really, really good message. Really good song by Tommacdonald and Dax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry we talked about
the universe needs this one.
Yeah, for real. So if y'all enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from Asia and BJ.
Yes, ma'am.
And if ain't nobody told you, I love you. And we're gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Y'all be easy.
Bye.
In your body, boy, I'm addicted. Insisting commitment, predicted you're insane.